Morris from the Investing News Network, reporting directly from PDAC 2018. I'm here with Curtis Moore, VP of Marketing for Energy Fuels, trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange under EFR and the NYSE American under UUUU. Curtis, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Jillian. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
In 30 seconds, can you give us a breakdown of your company and its value proposition to investors?
Yeah, absolutely. So Energy Fuels is the #1 producer of uranium in the United States. That's a very strategic position to be in because the United States is and will be the #1 consumer of uranium and producer of nuclear energy for a long time to come. We're also potentially looking into vanadium production, which is also another commodity that is getting a lot of interest here this year because of its use in steel alloys, titanium alloys, and also some advanced battery technologies.
Great. So what are you currently working on, Curtis?
Well, you know, we're not a very big company in terms of our market cap, but we're working on some very, very big national issues in the United States right now. The main thing that we're working on right now is that we have petitioned the United States government, the Commerce Department, to have them investigate the impacts of uranium imports on U.S. national security. And so that's a process that's about to get underway. And ultimately, what we've asked President Trump to do is to impose an import quota on uranium into the United States. And what we've asked for is to reserve 25% of the uranium market in the U.S. for U.S. uranium producers like Energy Fuels. And what that means is that U.S. uranium production would have to increase from about 1.5 million pounds per year to about 10 or 12 million pounds per year, which is a big increase, and most of that would be coming through Energy Fuels.
Wow, that's very fascinating. So what makes your company unique?
Well, that's one of them, is this 232. Also, we are a producer. We are the #1 producer in the United States. We have this vanadium byproduct that not too many other companies have. In fact, our White Mesa mill has produced about 45 million pounds of vanadium during its history. And we produced it as recently as 2013. But we're looking at getting back into production on vanadium. We have a lot of other big opportunities that we're working on. Some land cleanup work, government contracting, that sort of thing.
Great. So what upcoming catalysts should investors look out for?
Well, I think the #1 catalyst would be U.S. Department of Commerce initiating the investigation that we've asked for. We're still evaluating it, but perhaps look into vanadium production. We're also, again, working on some government cleanup work. So possibly some contracts in that regard, maybe some new contracts for some of our alternate feed business. We're kind of a complicated company in some respects. We have a lot of, like you say, arrows in our quiver to make profits and to generate revenues. So anything big comes up, we're sure to press release it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Curtis.
Well, thank you, Jillian.
This has been Jillian Morris from the Investing News Network, your trusted source for investing success at PDAC 2018.